we have audio this week. So using the forklift and doing these back rows way jacked up in the air. Got a new plan. Taking the one bolt out that I won't be able to get to when it's down. Then I'm going to lower them all. So you already got this one down, make sure it works. The fronts I can get to from the inside. This back I'll be able to get to. Just gotta take the top of the row unit off. Then I'll be able to get to that one. So should be a lot faster and probably safer. Left, Jay. Fan favorite Jay
4.
Evans here. 4?
Yeah.
About to get it. We've been getting away with just doing the low ones on this one too, not the top ones, because it takes all the wiggle out in those top ones. Well, these wouldn't be so bad, but those look tough to get on, as many of you guys already know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoever ends up owning this planter in the near future, feel free to call. We'll tell you how to do this, but we probably won't help.
No. We will not help. Top ones might need another year or two, who knows. Depends how many acres you go over. Get this done, then we're gonna do the back closing wheels. I got some bushings out. Then do the disc openers, and then we'll put all those back on. Well, your flooring looks nice.
Yep, it does.
What are you doing? Electric stuff?
Yep, rewiring. So put new Murphy switch gauges.
Case is kind of weird, right? The case motor.
Yeah, it's got relays. Does not have a. That's what we're going to.
Like all the others, right?
Yep. And a battery and a switch gauge switch. When stuff grounds out, then it'll kill power to the coil. So then the fuel pump will stop, or the injection pump will stop, kill the motor. Trying to simplify things.
Yeah, simple.
I just got to get all the old wiring off.
Simple equipment for a simple man. Simple-minded man.
Yes.
Like that, yeah.
Yes, something like that.
48th row. Had a farmer bolt didn't start it. Start wiggling too much. That's probably too much wear. It's supposed to be like that. We're gonna see if we can weld it or not. That's an old one. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that.
I know.
Yeah. Hey, a little hot. We'll put that on after lunch.
She's a little wallered out, but what was it? 2 farmers put their mind together, you get one brain.
At least a half one.
Yeah, at least. And we refabricated that hole with a welder and a grinder.
Dad's favorite time of year, mowing season. He's mowing the farm lot. He's up there talking to a salesman, it looks like. Well, he's already mowed his yard. He mowed his yard like a week ago or so. Me and Jay on stick duty. Yep.
Pick up the sticks.
Yeah.
And the planter's sitting there needing worked on.
That's right. Priorities, my man. Yard's gotta look good. Oh, that smells nice. Well, I bet you're in a good mood.
Oh yeah, mowing. Don't get any better than this.
Freshly worked dirt or freshly mowed grass? Which one smells better?
Dirt smells better.
Okay, grass smells pretty good too.
Yeah, yeah.
Aaron's changing bushings on the closing wheels. We're going to... Is that on the blooper reel? We're going together with the last one. I'd like to say I'm sad it's over, but that'd be a lie. process, delivering chemicals to us. It's getting to be that time of year. It's warming up, it's drying up, even though it's a big chance of rain tomorrow, so it probably won't be dry for long. But the SurePoint guy is supposed to be here Monday to go over that with us, make sure we can operate the new spray trailer correctly. Jay and Aaron are still working on the planter. I'm gonna pull off that today and start getting all of our seed in order. I've been putting off some office work, so gonna get on that today. Spring will be here for long. Starting to look and sound like it around here.
All right, we got Aaron working. That's hard to catch, but we got it.
Live action.
Putting on the new openers. Got all the bushings taken care of. Now we're putting the openers on, putting the scrapers back on that we got. So she'll be ready to go. Getting ready to put in the seed discs. We're only probably 3 weeks away from maybe planting. So we'll go ahead and get them put in. Bushings all fixed up front here on parallel arms, on the wheels, new openers. Got to put the gauge wheels back. And something Case did for us was, you remember last year we had the tongue that broke. The hitch that slides in here, comes in and out. Right here, broke in this area, back in there just a little bit further. Case came this early winter sometime and they put a brand new, this whole piece is brand new right here. They furnished it, they put it on, we didn't have to do nothing. Heavier piece, won't break no more. I know of one other neighbor that had the same thing happen, they replaced his too. So, got that done. David's working on the irrigation motor. Constant job, irrigations, year round.
Okay, I'm going to show a little bit about how I build a prescription map for planting corn. This one's a little bit different. A lot of times I go in here, like on this particular field, and I'll do a survey, soil survey, and you create this map, and then these better soil types you plant bore. Well, this is the reason I like doing them myself, because this field up in here where it's a poor soil type, it has in-ground irrigation with tile, which don't work real great, but it works real good in these real drouthy corners because it's real sandy down in there. So you can't go by the soil type. This up through here is a tight soil. You can't exactly go by it in every spot. And this here, it's just a wet field. It's hard to drain, and it is tiled, and it's sub-irrigated, and it don't all really work like we wish it did. So this is not the way to do this field. It's the way I do a lot of fields. But what I will do on this field, I will close this map, and I've brought up a yield map here. Now this shows you poor soil types is up here in the higher yield, right here. You got good yield here. All these red spots is drowned out spots. We have ditched it this winter trying to get these spots out with surface irrigation, or surface drainage with our prairie ditcher. So I'm going to build a prescription map off of this from what the yield map was in this year. Sometimes I'll combine yield maps, but this one looks like it's real indicative of what it does. So I go in here, this is SMS, is what I'm using. All right, each one of these yield areas, which I'm going to take this over to the other screen. And now I'm looking at these yield areas. Okay, and I need to load settings for different rates, okay? I'm going to where it's 225 and over. This is all this green area. And 32 is about as high as we get yield. We go up 34. It does all right. Sometimes it pays, but it don't pay the expense difference. I'll still go there on a field like this just to get more population in case it don't come up well. So where it's 227, I'm going to put a population in there of 34,000 plants per acre. Then where it's 216 to 227, which is a lighter green, I'm going to back that back off to 33,000. Then we're getting down to the 204 to 216 area. It's this greenish yellow area like in here. And on that, I'm going to back her down to 32,000. All right, then you go to that 189. I'm going to back it down to 31,500. Now I'm getting into lower yields, 168, the orangish, and all these kind of spots where it's troubled areas in this field. I think 30,000 is plenty to make maximum population and yield, and I think anything over that, I'm going to be just wasting seed. So I'll go with 30,000 in all those areas. And you get down now where it's drowned out, basically, the 116. Now, if you're looking at this and you didn't know what it was, you'd say that's really poor ground. Well, it's not. It's where the water set that year. So I don't want to get it too low. I want to stay up there to around that 30,000 so I have a chance for a good population or a good yield. I'm going to put it at 29.5. Then the actual drowned out spots, I'm going to actually put them at 29,000. Then I go over here and I finish this. And it brings her up over here. This is now my yield map, or my, darn it, prescription map. Shows you here I'm planting 33,000. In this area I'm planting 29.5, 30,000, 34 up in the real high yielding areas. This is a good area, so it's up 33. So I save this to a planting prescription for that particular field. Products corn. I could put in a variety, but I never do that. It's not necessary for a prescription. Hit OK. And now I close this, and this shows you the actual yield map that will be printed out. So I will print this yield map on a layer here, and it's going to tell me my average population for this field is 31,027 per acre. Maximum planting is 34, the minimum is 29. If I'd have just went in here and just done this field at a flat rate, I would say I'd probably went 32,000, and that would have gave me more. It just wasted seed in the bad areas, and maybe not quite enough on the best areas. And so you can see here, this map will be printed. It's printed off just to keep in the planter book, and then it will be downloaded to a USB stick, put in the 1200 monitor on the planter, and then each place in this planter, this field, it will plant the right rate. So that's just kind of an overview of how I do it. If I'd have done it strictly by soil types, it would have been like this. But I did it more by what the history of the field is. And I like doing it that way, and I know a lot of people have soil planting prescriptions built by other people, which is good. If you got the software, it's not that hard a job, and nobody knows the field like the farmer knows it. So there's some instances, if you want to go off a yield map, you go and look like this field, you have places that made 0. Well, that was a real wet time there, and it just drowned those spots out, and it was too late to come back and do anything with it. So you got to allow for that. So that's how I do it. Just an overview of it. There's a lot of different ways to do it. 3-year average on yield, soil types. Know the field's good enough, I'll go in, I'll use the same prescription as like 2 years ago when it was in corn, but I may add a little bit or subtract a little bit in each particular area. So there you have it. Well, I'm headed down to the field, down to this same field you saw me work, I think 2 weeks ago with the mulch finisher. I'm going down with the Salford now. It's dried out back enough, the one I'm going to plant beans in this heavy dirt. I want to work it one more time, then I just want to let it sit, and hopefully get more rain on. It's supposed to rain next couple nights. So get some more rain, I'll just plant it from there. See how she does. I think it's dry enough. I'll go check it. See. Too wet, I'll hit her back. It's here close to the farm. Well, you gotta love the Salford. In this heavy, gooey dirt. Straightened in blades all the way up to number 3. Now it's doing a pretty darn nice job. It's pretty smooth. Breaking up stuff. I think it'll be good to plant behind. Plant behind it today. Gets a few rains on it, should be mellowed out. really looking good, or even one rain to be fine. You just plant into it.
Dad's got the Salford running. I'm picking up some spots from an old building spot here. We don't have rocks, but we seem to have concrete where people used to have houses years and years ago.
Looks pretty good.
Looking real good, actually. I notice I can tell where his tracks were from the air, but I really can't see it down here at all. Oh, here they are. Yeah.
All right, you can see it over here. Looking good. Went catty corner this way with the mulch finisher. Now I'm going to cross that. Still catty corner across tile lines. I think this will be real good to go. I never thought it'd get this good for planting since it was tile in the fall, but I think we're going to be good. Beautiful day today. It's in the 70s. Nice and sunny. I guess there's one guy south of us ways. It's already planting. What is the day? The 13th, I think. A little bit early for us yet.
Boy, take it right off today. Hard for it to dry up under there. Doesn't plant good through it. Gets it washed out from the ditch, backs up, and stalks get in the field, so. Wear them off while it's warm and windy. Come back to the truck, and that didn't take long.
So here we are around Mission, Texas, and this gentleman is a farmer here. And what's your name?
Colton Newhouse.
Colton Newhouse, all right. And what do you mainly raise?
Right now we're raising watermelons. We usually do some cotton, some corn around here, and we do a lot of greens as well.
Okay, so field corn?
Field corn.
For cattle feed?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and tell me a little about the irrigation. How does that work?
So this is all drip tape that we're running on these watermelons right now. We get all of our water out of the Rio Grande River. Some we get out of the canal district, but you know, right now water's pretty tight, so they're not letting us water too much out of the district. So all the water we're getting right now is coming out of the Rio Grande River, and we're only using drip tape irrigation right now just to be more efficient.
Okay, do they charge you for water usage?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Everything's metered coming out of the river. You have to have water rights to get it out of there, and you buy it by the acre.
Okay, acre inch or?
No, acre foot.
Acre foot. Okay, all right.
And what you raise cabbages or what greens?
Greens, we do cabbages, parsley, cilantro, beets, a whole variety of things.
Okay. Now ask you a little more detail of what's decent farmland sell for here.
What's decent farmland?
Yeah, how much an acre?
Oh, down here we're on the river and we're south of the border wall here, and so we're technically in a floodplain here. So it's about $4,000 an acre. Okay. You know, if you're purchasing it, if you're renting it, probably $150 an acre a year.
Okay, that's considerably cheaper than home.
Yes, sir.
Whole different situation.
Yeah. So if you cross the wall here, you know, get out of the floodplain, you're looking at probably, you know, $8,000 an acre easily. You know, it doubles. It depends how close you are to town. You know, if it's developable property, you know, you could be paying upwards of $20,000 an acre, and maybe even 40. You know,
okay.
It increases significantly in price.
Hard to make that pay even with watermelons, right?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it takes some time.
Yeah. So people back home is going to want to know about labor. You have problems getting help?
You know, recently we have. It's kind of a tricky deal. You know, it seems like nowadays it's hard to find you know, field help. You know, or good tractor drivers. Most of the guys that are good tractor drivers, you know, they're older. You know, they've done it, and you know, the new guys now, they'd rather go get into construction or something down here. You know, it pays about the same or better. You know, and it's less of a learning curve.
Man, we're kind of like that at home. We get some of our help from the old folks home.
Yeah,
That's what we kid them about. Some of our truck drivers is not as old as I am, but they're getting up there.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
okay. Anything particular you'd like the folks to know on YouTube?
No, nothing in particular. If y'all know about farming, you know how difficult it can be, and you know all the adversities that we go through on a yearly basis. Shoot, sometimes on a daily basis. But you know, down here in Texas right now, we're in quite a bit of a drought. So you know, we'll see if we get some rain here. Our watersheds are pretty dang low, lowest they've been in a long time actually, and so you know that's a major challenge that everyone's facing down here right now.
Yeah. Our water table, thankfully, rejuvenates every year. We irrigate some too, and some of it's out of the Wabash River, but most of it's ground wells, and they're only 30 feet deep.
Wow.
So
That's nice.
The irrigation's easy for us. All we gotta do is keep it running. They're about all pivots. So okay, well, I appreciate your time. And I don't know when my nephew takes care of all this. I'm sure he'll have you on there sometime.
All right, yes, sir.
Thank you. Yes, this is some of Colton's watermelons. He was telling me they're killing the rye in between here, the windbreaks. That's what's going on now. You can see it's not between every row. They're rowed a lot like home. The melons got a good start, and it's all drip irrigation here. See the tubes, a couple of them sticking up here. The melons are up looking good. And that in the distance there is a wall, but it's all built with private money. This is not the government wall. This is the wall built by a private group with private funds. And you can see the Rio Grande there past it, the other side's of Mexico. So there's several feet of it.
We got some rain last night, ½ inch. Got quite a bit of wind. Tornado warnings, all that stuff. Dad went over Indiana farm where we got a lot of irrigations. Found just one tower's flipped over on, and he said you can tell by where the limbs are out of the trees, looked like maybe a tornado came through there, but wasn't on the ground or anything. But we're back to being a little wet. Thought I'd come show you a rye spot, give a little update. This is a spot here, a decent stand, but this is usually like a ditch through here. And you know, it's got a little swell to it, but it hasn't washed out, at least not much. And this actually isn't one of the ones where we got others that got a lot better stand than this, but this was enough, I guess. Get it on both sides, keep the dirt from washing down in it, and a little bit in the bottom. Yeah, I think our rye experiment in the putting rye on the fall with the Salford has been a success. But I think I'll call it quits for this week. If you missed it, we just had another new video come out 2 days ago. On Friday evening. I was a little worried maybe I shouldn't put them that close together. You guys might miss them that like to see it, but it's out there too on the new Z-Series Pioneer soybeans we got in. So that's it for this. See you next week.